Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry, and today we're going to take a look at the Royal Beastflayers, one of the new warbands that came out inside Warcry Nightmare Quest, the last of these Nullwood box sets, alongside the Quest of Soulsworn, which we've already done a video for yesterday. Now, we're going to go through, like always, the contents of this particular warband, talk about what all the different models in this warband do, before looking at some other models we can use to bring in as some allies and some monsters and thralls and stuff to expand upon and create some different options for us with the warband. We'll then take a look at a little sample army list, not using the base warband because the base warband in this box, like all Warcry warbands, is a perfect 1000 renown, so you can use this box straight from the get-go if you want, which is great for Warcry. But we're going to look at a little alternate warband using a couple of different models in there at the end of the video to hopefully give you some inspiration for starting your own type of warband for the Royal Beastflayers. Now, to start with, first of all, we have the Royal Flaymaster. This is the leader option inside. We've got 20 wounds with a 5-inch movement, toughness 4, 3 attacks at strength 4, 3/5 on the damage. Pretty okay. He's about, on par with a lot of the original Warcry band leaders. Now, he also has the leader rune marks. This is going to give him access to two of your most powerful abilities, which first of all is a triple called Pack Tactics, where effectively if he's nearby an enemy model and he's got a bunch of friends around him, you deal damage equal to double the amount of friendly models near that model. And then you've got No Rest Till Our Quest is Done, which adds +2 to the strength of the melee attack actions made by visible friendly fighters while they're within 6 inches of the fighter for a quad. This is super powerful and super important because we generally don't have that higher strength in this warband. Now, next up, we have the Beastflayer Baron. This is sort of your second in command for the warband. His big thing is Sound the Hunt. You can give some extra movement on any moves that happen near him. But then we've also got the Offal Hounds as well. And the Offal Hounds work really well in tandem with this particular model. They're beasts, so they can't claim objectives or anything like that, but they do have a nice 7-inch movement. And you've also got the Unleash the Hounds ability where you can give them even extra movement if they're around some of your other Royal Beastflayer models. Now, we then have the Gorgle Squires, and these are the more, elite, and I use that lightly as a term of your sort of baseline ghouls. 12 wounds each, toughness 4, which is nice. 4 attacks at strength 3, 2/3 on the damage. Nothing too great offensively, but a defensive 4 is nice. Your ghoul trackers are your baseline ghouls. They're the ones on the 25mm bases. 3 attacks, strength 3, 1/3 on the damage, 8 wounds, defense 3. They're dirt cheap at 55 points, but they aren't really going to give you all that much. Now, if we start looking at some other places we can go to bring in some alternate models for the warband, and the first of these is obviously looking at the Flesh Eater Courts, and the first model I want to talk about straight up is the Varghulf Courtier. Now, it is expensive at 285. It's almost taking up, a good almost half of your points, probably just over a third of your points. 35 wounds though, defense 4, strength 5. The reason it's talked about is that strength 5. It's also got some other cool abilities, like its Terrifying Frenzy, where it can add 3 to its attacks for a triple, which is really, really cool, which means you'll pump up to 6 attacks at strength 5, so this could be a really good heavy damage dealing piece. And at 35 wounds, it's going to take a lot to take this thing down, even with only a meager defense of 4. Now, we then have the Abhorrent Archregent. This is a fantastic leader to bring. His big ability is going to be the Black Hunger, where he can give out extra attacks to nearby friendly ghouls and nearby friendly models, and it's just friends, which is really, really powerful. Now, looking at a different death model to bring in, the Guardian of Souls. What I really like about this is Spectral Summons, first of all, is a Night-on ability where they can bring back friendly models, and this can be used on pretty much any friendly model, which is super, super cool. But also, the Guardian of Souls is also going to bring some additional healing to you with the Unholy Light. We can remove up to D3 damage points to each friendly fighter within 6 inch. But that Spectral Summon is just super, super good. Being able to bring back friendly fighters is really nice, and then being able to heal them straight away as well. Last model to talk about, if we've talked about the Varghulf in there for a decent healing piece, then why not talk about the fact we can bring in some monsters in the form of the Zombie Dragon or even a Terrorgeist. These are just ungodly beasts. They've got 50 wounds each, only defense 4, so not all that defensive, but they do have a large amount of strength 5 attacks in there with some really high damage points. And so here we have our sample army. Now, obviously, you can pick the original warband, like we said at the start of the video, but I think for me, the Royal Flaymaster, he is the big thing, and there really is two combos going in this particular warband. It's either taking the Flaymaster and a bunch of cheaper ghouls to really get the most out of his abilities, or it is taking that Beastflayer Baron and taking the dogs around with him. I think, you know, these are the two main combos. I do think the Flaymaster is the better of the two combos sort of innately built within the warband. And so from that point, we've got the Flaymaster in there to start our warband off. We then have 3 ghoul trackers, the cheap ghouls, and then 2 Ghoul Squires. Now, the additional models we brought in is the Varghulf Courtier. First of all, this is providing us with a really nice solo operating, heavy damage dealing piece. But then the Guardian of Souls. This is going to work really well along with those backline ghouls, being able to bring back those friendly fighters and just, you know, make sure we've always got those troops on the table. The Guardian of Souls as well, you know, he's a hero. He brings 20 wounds to the table as well, so nothing too shy there. Now, we are going to be slightly under with our renown. We've got 990 renown spent, 8 activations, and 123 wounds, which is pretty decent, considering we've got a lot of low wound models in the warbands, but we do have that Varghulf Courtier in there, bringing an extra 35 wounds to the table as well. I think this is a really interesting warband. It's definitely got some interesting mechanics and 2 main sort of ways you can push the player of either this fast-moving warband or indeed this horde that once you sort of gang up on your opponent's models works really nicely. We've got a battle report up against the Quest of Soul Swan with these, and like I said, we've got the Quest of Soul Swan already out with their video on their start collecting. But if you've played some games with the Ghoul Squires, if you like Flesh Eater Courts and you want to bring some extra fighters in, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. And also, don't forget to drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server that's linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. Either by grabbing yourself some channel merch, either through our Ko-fi or Teespring stores, or by supporting us directly via Patreon and YouTube members. As a special thank you to everyone who does support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lau, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revan R, Pink Nuka Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. And a special thanks to Lady Witchfox R and all the amazing people who do the moderation of our Discord server and groups who make everything we do possible. Thank you all so much once again for watching, for supporting the channel. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.